From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Miami Dolphins. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
The drive starts with a run from Achane. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. You talk about this Lions defense. And they're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off the bootleg, Williams. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him man complete. He's going to have the first down and then some. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 109. That ties it with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Dolphins march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. This defense for the Dolphins, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now Richardson. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. Tackle there by Michael Pierce. You talk about this Miami defense.
Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
They work now on 2nd and 9. Another run for Gibbs here. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10. A quick throw there out to Williams. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Gibbs is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
It looks like they'll move things around here. Here's Williams on 3rd down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Ready.
Off play action. Williams. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go now.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Ready, ready.
Back to throw again. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And they'll send Waddle in motion left.
Top 60, top 60. Hustle, hustle.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
A 46-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured up to the 9-yard run on the previous play. Getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Third and 5. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the 1st down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
4th down to give to Gibbs. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to widen their advantage. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
On first down, Richardson. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball on the 39. Here's second down at 7.
Check.
A give, right side for Gibbs. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
65.
On third down, here's Richardson. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Williams now throwing on first down. He'll buy some time right. Throw caught by Achane. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Williams looking to throw on second down. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route, and he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 10.
And now two problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Ready?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Richardson off the play fake. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Ready?
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Achane here. They stay on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Richardson to throw off play action. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On second down, here's Gibbs. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Gibbs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Ready.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it second and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's third of the game. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. Running room at the 50. Look out. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Lions.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. Whistling adage, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking out some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Hey, Crash.
Williams on 1st and 10. Williams loses the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Looking to throw. Williams. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Back to throw. Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
19 tight. Come 19. Come 19.
Richardson to the air on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And some room to work. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Taken down at the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here we go.
2nd and 6. Richardson finds Gibbs on the check down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Let's go now.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10.
Ready.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Richardson. Flush to his right. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick 6. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
Patterson's kick is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Here's Williams to throw on 2nd down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Achane gets it from the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Drop 50, 50. Ready.
Richardson looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays that send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
That is caught. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1. Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Now Richardson going to shift things up. They'll run with Gibbs.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ready?
They'll try to run with Gibbs.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs
with career touchdown number 70.
And the Lions have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
It's caught at the 1. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3.
Riley Patterson, the kickoff for the Lions.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Achane to start the drive.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Here's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Back to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the 2nd half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. Patterson's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. This is 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And off to Gibbs, headed right here. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Throwing now is Richardson. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Detroit.
So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2. Richardson will throw for it. That's caught at the 1. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go. Shot.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make holds.